ARP is sort of like me. You know, I'm not taking no sides, but he's sort of like me, where he gives out a lot of respect and he gives a lot in general, and he expects it to be reciprocated. You know, he expects it to be reciprocated in return. You know what I'm saying? And sad to say, a lot of these dudes out here not only don't know nothing about that, but a lot of these guys, man, they move and they lead with how they can use you. They move and they lead, you know, off of premeditated thinking of how they can take advantage of you. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like, I don't know if their beef came before this situation or after, you know, the whole Serious Jones situation, where Serious Jones, he backed out of a battle with ARP. I don't know if it was a tournament or whatever, but he backed out of a battle with ARP because he said something about his probationary officer. But then he turned around and had the battle on the URL. I believe it was the battle against him and Rum Nitty. I don't know if it was in a tournament for Smack in the URL or if it was ARP tournament, but I believe it might have been because of that situation, or their beef, correct me if I'm wrong, their beef probably stemmed way beyond that. You see what I'm saying? Before that. But I believe it was ARP was expecting Smack to honor that, because, you know, they have a certain type of brotherhood. You know, even the managers, the CEOs, you know, they have a certain type of a brotherhood where if you fuck me over, if you fuck this league over, you can't go run to the other league. I believe that's what it was about, the Serious Jones situation. And usually when certain type of things like that happen, it's actually more things that was going on before that certain people, in this case ARP, probably let slide. You know, y'all know how I feel about Smack, but I don't want to come off biased. But I've been watching Smack, and Smack has been doing a lot of questionable things. He has. Not just, you know, with the battle rappers, but just questionable. Like, even with the Norbs situation. Like, Norbs was a talent scout. You feel me? I don't know if Norbs is still in the process of suing them right now, but Norbs was a talent scout. He found a lot of and discovered a lot of our favorite battlers. And I just felt like Norbs could have been treated a lot better. We seen the situation that happened with New Jersey Twerk. After that situation, Norbs is supposed to be your man. Like, why are you still booking New Jersey Twerk? You know, he's sitting New Jersey Twerk down now. He's sitting New Jersey Twerk down now because New Jersey Twerk is now fucking up his money with all of the choking and coming unprepared. But why you didn't sit him down for good or for a very long time when he did what he did to Norbs, somebody that was around before him? Smack just appears to me to be the type of dude that would sell his soul, man, if he haven't already. That would sell his soul, and it will sell out whoever he can sell out to reach the top and stay at the top. You know, because he's always thrown around, he's the most respected league and all of this and all of that. They're the most respected league and, you know, this, that, and the third. But if you really look at it, Beasley is the one that's really doing all of the work. You know, if you really look at it, Avocado, he was the one doing all the work. A lot of those dudes was the people that's around Smack. Smack reminds me of like Birdman, but even in Birdman's case, Birdman was actually making music as well, though. Like, what is Smack doing outside of having the brand? You know, some people will say, well, that's the biggest thing. If you have the house and people are bringing food to the house and but you have the house. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, a lot of people contributed to that too. A lot of people contributed to the house being built. So what is Smack really doing? You know, and this is not a video to bash Smack, but we're just talking about both Smack's and ARP's character. Now, ARP, I question a lot of his business moves, and a lot of his business moves may have been connected to him just trying to be a stand-up guy and trusting people that weren't trustworthy. And sometimes in life, you don't find that out until later. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just simply stating the obvious. You know, like, from what I've seen from Smack, it's been a lot of... Now, Smack have done some pretty decent things, some pretty good things. You know, I felt like that was a good move, a smart move to join with Caffeine. You know, do I like it from a general standpoint? No, because I felt like Smack been around long enough to be able to, by this time, you know, do these things on his own. You know, he shouldn't need any help from any sponsors or anybody working joint with him as a business partner. You know, if anybody should have been Caffeine, it should have been RBE. You feel me? It shouldn't be no Caffeine. You know, which is probably ran by you know who. It should have been Smack and ARP together, joining forces together, working together to build a superpower with this battle rap shit. But I told you guys, even with Smack battle with the battlers, they don't have real judges, man. Smack just appears to me to just, you know how you go to these jobs and stuff like that? And you may go to like 7-Eleven, you may go to one of these retail stores. You see what I'm saying? Like some people don't have 7-Elevens where they're from. But you may go to a resale store, market near your house. And you know how you see workers there working, doing their job, and it just seems like it's overcrowded, but it's not overcrowded. They just don't have enough workers because they're trying to be cheap and not hire extra workers. That's what I feel like about Smack. I just feel like ARP only has but so much to do, but so much with. You know what I'm saying? He only has but so much to do, but so much with. Smack has it all and still tries to do the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like that alone breaks down both of their characters. And that's the type of person I am. Like I be barely having shit for myself. And you know, I have certain things, but I be barely having shit for myself sometimes to be out here looking out for people the way that I have in the past. You see what I'm saying? And the people that actually have certain things that they do have certain leeway to kind of look out without no problem. These are the most stingiest individuals. These are the most selfish individuals. That's smacking the URL. You have Caffeine. You have all of the greatest talent. You see what I'm saying? You have all of the greatest, like with Jay Black, you have all of the greatest promo team, a commentating team. You have all of the great of the great. You know, ARP got to scrounge up Lush One. He got to get other people from different leagues that predominantly be on different leagues to give us something great. Smack already have everything he need, and he still tries to give the bare minimum. Then he'll book all of these battles, these super battles that he know he ain't gonna be able to finalize when it's all said and done. You know, I'm just saying, I just look at both of their patterns and both of their ways. And to me, ARP has always been a stand-up guy. He's always moved as such. Smack always moved as a janky promoter. You don't know the names of your battle rappers. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're making promises you can't keep. You know, you got people like Beasley, people that's around you that's really doing all of the work, and you're just there because you're the name. ARP is the name and the game. That's the difference. So I'm siding with ARP in them, although I support Smack in his league because I like certain particular battle rappers. You know, but I don't really condone what the URL do. Like even with the commentating team, you know, I felt like that can be better. Even with the polls, I know he can't, you know, I know he probably can't really control that too much, you know, with the fans thinking how they feel. But I feel like a lot of battlers have lost great opportunities. And I just feel like those battlers that lose those great opportunities because of the bias, when we're talking about the fans and the polls, guess who picks those guys up? ARP. You know, when shit is real, you can't make it up. When you know how Geechee Gotti always say, when it's real, you can see it in their eyes. What Double R is saying, when it's real, you can see it in their lives. And on that note, I'll leave. It's your boy Double R, man. Let me read these comments. He said, Shadow Assassin, I was just watching the one you just dropped, Double R. Salute to you, brother, for always support, man. Salute. Salute to all my real ones, man. You know, they'll eventually come around sooner or later. They'll eventually come around. The real will come back around again. And everybody be coming like, damn, I ain't listened to these before. Especially when I get my laptop back and I get shit rolling. Mike go give me a desktop. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I get shit really, really rolling, they be like, damn, I ain't know about him. Hey, you ain't know about him because you was indulging in the fuckery. You know, you was caught up in the Twilight Zone. Shadow said, you know Smack not going to work with another league owner like that. He got that. Smack never was trying to work with no league owner. He never was trying to. You know, anybody can say anything, but you got to watch their actions. And all Smack's actions have been showing me and been showing you all, for those that want to admit it and understand, that he's all about himself. Even with the battlers. The battlers, if y'all notice subliminally, the battlers in their battles always talk about the shit that Smack do to them. But they try to say it in a joking way. But you can tell it's some bullshit, you know. And to Smack's credit, a lot of those guys don't even deserve that. They don't even deserve the shit that they be getting. You know, because a lot of them don't come fully prepared and they don't promote the way that they supposed to. Let's keep it real across the board. You see what I'm saying? Shadow said, you can't work with someone that has the most and does the least. Facts. He said they'll get you to put up, they'll get you to put out before they do, or they want to total control. Yeah, that's a fact. I'm going through that in my personal life. You know, friends that I've helped and I've looked out for, man, gave food to, like even at times when I ain't even really had shit, gave. And all you ask is, see, one thing about people, man, everything is good as long as you're putting out, as long as you're giving. But when it's time, and this is why I always tell people, you'll find out who really fuck with you when it's time for them to reciprocate. When it's time for them to start paying up, that's when you'll get the whole, man, things a little tight right now. I ain't really got it. You know, I got it. Okay. All right. But then when you keep that same energy with them, okay, you know, I ain't got it neither. You ain't got it. I ain't got it neither. You feel me? Because now we're in a place like, okay, now what are we for real? Are we really friends? Are we really family? You see what I'm saying? What are we now? Or am I just somebody you could just use? And when I ain't got nothing, or when it's time for you to give up something, now you want to distance yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of motherfucker Smack is. That's the type of people that I deal with in my life. That's why I really try to limit the interactions that I have with people. And I told y'all, my greatest relationships is with people I kind of technically don't even know. Like a lot of my subscribers, like Shadow Assassin, True Sinister, a lot of my subscribers, Kenneth Robinson, Carlos, a lot of my subscribers on here, you know, Carleon, my other brother, Jay Lanu, a lot of my Guy C, a lot of my people that come on here, you know, if I forget some names, sorry about that. But a lot of my real ones, man, that's from different states, you know, Kafani Coleman, you know, I have a closer relationship, a better relationship with those guys than I do with the guys that I actually grew up with from Sandbox. And that's a sad thing, but that's a testament to how selfish and self-centered people are today. You know, and I know a lot of y'all from those other states, a lot of my subscribers and a lot of my friends, you know, that goes beyond YouTube. I know y'all have the same issues with people. You know what I'm saying? With family. Some of you even with your women, you know, with friends. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it goes, man. Some people in life don't think like you. You know, but the sad part about it is those same people will try to make it seem like it's you because they don't want to take accountability for what they aren't willing to do or they don't care. You know, but it is what it is. It's your boy Double R. Deuces.